right, hello and welcome to the latest edition of Park Podcast. Of course, it's kind of confusing, right? Because you have a new host in the house today.
Table switch. The host is going to be hosted.
Anyway, my name is Krista. I'm going to be your host for this edition, and
my name is Jose Osman, and welcome to this episode where Crystal hosts the CEO and host of PAC Podcasts.
That was amazing, guys. And you know that each time you see the Park Podcast CEO seated, you know what to expect. Anyway, let's just get into why we're here today. You know, it's amazing because you alone, you're a businesswoman, an animator, and the last time you told me you also edit. Okay. You alone though. So how do you put all of this together?
Oh my God.
It's draining. It's draining, and I had burnout the whole of last year. Because personally, it took 5 to 6 years to get to this position, and I went long for 4 years without break.
Wow. Long
content. I built like 4 accounts. It got taken down like long, and I had burnout last year. So how this all started is creating content. Yeah. That's just it. It started with creating content. It started with I wanted to edit flyers for school, and you need a content creator, and you need an editor. Then I found Canva. Yeah. It's free. Started 2013. You know, I started with Canva. From Canva, Canva started video editing, this, that, and cumulatively it became one. That's 1. 2, because I'm broke. I cannot afford these services, and you need the services. You know this. You need the services. So it's either you learn to do it, or you sit down on your bed complaining, I can't do it, or I don't have money to do it. You understand? So I'm somebody that, okay, I cannot find someone to do it. Let me do it till I find somebody to do it. So I think that's what really built this person, and which is quite interesting, because I will not even lie, Krista, it was draining.
Wow.
But I had to do it because I needed to get it done. If not, it's going to be an excuse for me not to get it done.
And you know, I also observed that here in the creative industry, there are a lot of people that have a lot to offer.
Yes.
They're so passionate about giving their best.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, let's say, materials, lack of equipment, maybe cameras, maybe phones, maybe laptops, they do not have it. Yeah. And I know that you're one of those creatives that I will say you look out for.
Yes.
So what now motivates you in the absence of the things that you need to carry on?
Start with what you have, right? If you go to It's Fauzi, that was my first username. If you go there, we start with earpiece and a Note 5. Because earpiece, as far as I just earpiece, I'll make sure mostly I shoot in the midnight, because then I was staying with my aunt and she had kids. So I'll shoot 3 a.m., 4 a.m. on all the lights in the house, when nobody will tell you are disturbing us. You close the window. At that point, maximum supply of food. So I can decide to shoot my content for a month in 3 days. Everybody's sleeping, they don't know.
That's so much work.
Yes, that's why I say it's draining. And it's just me coming on TikTok and seeing that one comment saying you made my day, and I'm making another video. I don't need the 100. Yes, now it's good. We're having, even on YouTube, I had my 1K view. I was so happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I was so happy.
We're just about to get monetized.
No, I was like, yeah, this is so cool. I've not felt this way like in 2020 that TikTok was a thing. Like, so the thing is, start with what you have. Nobody got to the point where they are. Yesterday was a creator's birthday. The guy has 4 million followers. His friends bought him an iPhone 16. Guess why? Because he has been stuck with the same phone for 3 years. And they knew the content space need a better phone. They got in an iPhone 16 as a birthday gift. You understand? Amazing. So it comes boiling down to people seeing what you can do. The phone I'm using today, you know the story, right? So it boils down to everybody I've seen for 4 years. Anything I have, I put it in this thing. I've not gotten paid from content. I keep telling people, and people don't believe it. I've not gotten paid. Like they say, okay, TikTok pay me. No. Or they say instead, oh no, I've not gotten. But the value I've gotten from trying to create value for people through content has built me better as a person to get jobs through content creation. They interact with people like you. You see the amazing people that will be able to build just because we have an ecosystem. So I feel it boils down to what you want, but start with what you have. Start with what you have and look for the best cheap when I got kidnapped, I didn't have money, I didn't have anything, I needed to start all over again. I remember I had 100K and I went from XX Max to having 100K. I was like, what is the best phone I would use? Everybody, just buy Android. You don't need to buy. And I was like, the 100K I used to buy an iPhone, that 100K to buy an Android that would do what that iPhone would do in creative sense, that's in video recording.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same.
Do you get? So I sat down and I researched this thing. I didn't even have a phone. I remember borrowing somebody's phone. I researched, and then I was like, okay, the best iPhone I can buy that can do what I want with the lights I have and the mic I want to buy is an iPhone 8 Plus. And I used that iPhone 8 Plus for 2 years to get to this audience. If you go on TikTok, you see people say they still cannot believe that my content is iPhone 8. And somebody was like, you have motivated me. I remember seeing that comment. So it was like, he entered my DM, was like, and he has an iPhone 13 that time. He can't do anything. And I'm using an 8 to build this kind of content. That was after I lost this new page that I built. Yes, that was during that period. I've gotten messages like that, right? So it boils down to you knowing that this is all I have and this is what I need to do to get to where I want to. Wow. So you don't need an iPhone. I'm an iPhone person because I love good quality camera. But you start with an Android. I start with an Android. Use a very good light. People tell you don't need a ring light. That's a lie. Huh? You need at least one light. One light with your Android phone, I swear nobody will know the difference. When you're done, push it. Use CapCut. I don't used to edit my videos. Like I edit, yes, cut, clip stuff. Yeah. But I don't clean my videos. I don't know how to do that thing where they'll say you remove. I edit, yes. But I don't clean it. Just edit small, sharpen your videos and post it. Post tomorrow, post next tomorrow, keep posting, continue posting until the post blow, and then you keep posting. So it's a circle.
It is, but let me just ask you.
Yeah.
Will you say that you're getting the social media visibility that you need, or there's still much work to be done? And when you answer this question, also make sure you share your TikTok handle with our audience, because I'm sure they're eager to go and check out some things.
All right. Okay. So no. Huh? Well, let's say I'm getting as much audience. I am grateful, right? I have 30,000, but no, I'm not, because I've been stuck there for like 2 years, which is it was conscious at the beginning. Yeah. But then now, I want to go to 1 million, right? And do I have the right, what's your next question? Do I know how to get there, or do I have the right source?
Do you think you're getting the visibility that you need or that you wanted on social media?
That I want to know, that I need now, yes. Because of what I am doing. If I put in more effort, I'm probably, which I'm doing now. Yeah. I want to post. I'm posting 2 to 3 times a day now. I'm back to content now. We're done with animation.
That's so much.
So I'm back to content now, and I've tried at least on TikTok to be posting 2 to 3 videos. At least on YouTube, by middle of June, I should be able to schedule 2 posts every week, right? Because I have the content already. So no, I'm not where I want to be. My goal this year is to hit 1 million followers on TikTok, which inshallah I would. I know I have 6 months left. Whoa. That's my goal. So no, I don't have the exposure I want, but I will get the exposure, inshallah.
That's amazing. Yeah. You know, the confidence, the hope. And it tells that there's still so much work to be done.
Yes.
And most importantly, you know, presently you're part of the youth in an animation and post-production. How does it feel? Taking on this part.
Right. See, Yappy is an amazing opportunity. Personally, I've invited over, I don't know, 20, 30 people on it, right? Personally, right? Yeah. And I do a lot of videos about it because I am somebody to share opportunities that I have with you people. It's free. This opportunity is free. It's a $6,000 worth of course. And I love the community that comes with it. The experience is wonderful, but the community, the knowledge, knowing that, you see, 8 months in this place, let's leave it as 8 months, but 8 months in Yappy have made me understood that Nigerian youths have an opportunity. I don't know if you feel that way. Because before Yappy, before especially the on-site one, that's before February, there are a lot of things that if you sit down with me and have a conversation of, I'll tell you it's impossible. Do you know? But then with everybody we've seen, with all the experience, the fusion, the demo day, having conversation with different bankers, investors. See, the last one they brought, I don't know if you were in yesterday's YouTube web, you were not there. They brought in a venture capitalist. She owns a venture capitalist. I've been looking for these guys since I knew what venture, since 2016. And then Yapi brought a CEO one to me. Do you get? So they bring people that on a normal day, me and you will not have access to them. If we can even pass them and not know who they are. You understand? So my journey has been quite interesting. It has changed my perception about life, yeah, and about Nigeria and about youth. So Yapi helped us a lot. The youth in animation is nice, but the initiative, that experience is wonderful, man. It's wonderful.
You know, the passion in her about creativity is amazing. So you can see her using her energy, her body and everything, emphasis, you know, to make you understand the importance of this. And personally, I think Yapi has given me a different point of view, a unique one about creativity, which I feel that for the first time, I am doing something important.
Yes.
I feel that way too.
Yes.
And I will encourage, if you come across this video, I think you should be a part of it. And
Just go to the link. I swear we're going to put it there. Go to the link. Right now, I know you're seeing somewhere in this video, you see www.yapi.ng. Just click it and register. If you go through the 8 weeks, online on your phone, when you're bored, just play it. As far as you go through that 8 weeks, at that point, you know if you are ready for this journey or not. That's what decides it. If you are not ready, don't proceed. It's just very simple.
Well, let me ask you.
Yeah.
What will your message to the next cohort be?
Utilize this opportunity because it becomes better. So it means you people are going to have opportunities more than we do, because we had, the way it is we have more opportunities than court one,
yeah,
right? So obviously if you are coming at court 2, court 3 guys are already attending our demo, our fusion. You get, we didn't have this
They're
opportunity
learning from us right now.
Yeah, you didn't have this opportunity with court 1. So obviously you people have a edge on us. So what I think you people should do is understand this. I've been wanting to give this advice, so let me just do it now. Wherever you are in life now, there's a reason, there's a lesson, and there are a group of people you need to meet and bond with. So don't say, when God puts you in a place, know that he knows you better and he knows your future. So he sends you to a place where he knows your grace will shine, right? Initially, it doesn't seem like this for anybody. It didn't, for most times, it never seemed like this to me until like recently.
Yeah.
Right? Recently, I had to go back and decide to ask my question. If I did choose my journey, would I go a different lane? And I tried to imagine that path, right? But when I came back, all the person, what built me, the character development I had from where I had been is absent. So it means I would not be this version of myself, right? So if you are in Yapi, you find yourself, they give you admission, especially women. Now don't consider you people, women say they don't used to hear you people cry, is a man's word. Okay, fine. Now Yapi, I give you only women for the next court. If you are here, just pay attention and utilize it. If you cannot even carry up with your animation, make friends. You get, the community is interesting. I'm serious. I've had conversation with a lot of people. Some people did not even know they had some certain opportunities, or they could utilize a certain talent of theirs.
Yes.
Until they pass through this ecosystem. So just utilize it. That's it. Utilize it. Utilize your opportunity here. That's all.
Oh my God. Anyway, it has been an amazing time with you. But I must ask, let's focus on you right now. Pack Podcast CEO. What's in store? What's next? What should your followers expect?
So PSC Podcast has a section, Nigeria Youth in Business. Actually, I posted one video there today. I'm going to conduct the video. Nigeria Youth in Business. So we have this badge on the internet that Nigeria youths are fraudsters, which, yes, Nigeria have a certain amount of youths that want quick money. It doesn't mean that all of us are doing that. Yeah. We have 30-something people in our class. Nobody's into that, right? We've met over 1,000 people in Yapi.
Yes.
Nobody does that. So that's people that we know generally, that we interact with at least once a month. Nobody does these things. So I don't want that narrative about Nigeria, and I want to change it. So this podcast would bring people, youths. They might not be your normal billionaires right now, but some of them have 7 to 8 years experience in the industry that you might want to venture into. They'll share their challenges, they'll share how they maneuver it, even with the Nigeria economy is bad. Nigeria economy is bad, but these guys are doing well. They're building their business, they're making profits, they know a lot that you do not know. So I want to bring up, I'm starting with my friends, yeah? So I bring up CEOs that are doing well, and then we interview them so that you people will know that, okay, it's not everybody in Nigeria that is doing Yahoo. It's not every youth in Nigeria that is doing Yahoo. That's really absurd, because as an entrepreneur, I studied entrepreneurship. This is the opportunity for Nigeria to strive. We can utilize our 60% youth ratio and bring Nigeria to light the way India did. We offer cheaper labor.
That's nice.
You understand? Yeah. To other places. Globalization is the new oil money. We have a lot of youths that can do a lot of things in this country, and they are doing a lot of things in this country, and they are willing to do a lot of things to people from this country and outside this country, right? So at times there are people too that want to do business with us. They just do not know who is right. So maybe you're a fashion designer, the Nigerian fashion industry is going boom. After the VM, he went, I'm pretty sure next year, Oscars, all those things of next year, Nigerian fashion people, if you people have sense, let me tell you people for free, they are going to look for you. If you're a fashion person, they are going to come for you. So this is the right time for you to start populating with, try to know what is going to be the next Met Gala, what's going to be their theme, make it and send it to celebrities. They want to see Nigerian fashion. You people blew the internet with the VMA awards. So this is the fashion era of Nigeria, right? So if we can utilize all this opportunity, the only thing I have is a platform. That is what I want to give them. So if we can utilize all these opportunities, these are possibilities. And this is what built India. This is what built China.
Yeah.
This is what brought in investors. Investors will not listen to, they listen to the news the same way every other person listens to the news, but they are also on social media. So when they come and they see our page, we've registered or we have interviewed a lot of people, and they need those people, they would be able to reach out to me or you or those people directly and tell them, let's do business together. You've been in this business for this, I want to invest in this. Right? That's how you get investors. It's not only by the government. That's the funny thing. They've brainwashed our youths to feel socialist economy is the best, which is wrong. No economy, not the United States, not China, not India, grew on socialist. It's impossible.
And you know, last week I attended a tech event where one of the speakers was lamenting. He was like, today, most people in Nigeria cannot compare to India or China, the Western world, when it comes to technology, because we cannot afford laptops and other things. And then here's a point to note. For instance, someone who is already into tech in this country, and you know, before you do that, you need either a laptop or a desktop. But a lot of people prefer laptops because you can actually carry them around. Then we are also in a society where when a policeman approaches you with a laptop, you're considered a Yahoo person. How do we solve this problem, in your own opinion?
This is why, as a youth, personally, I do not, if not because of the IP, I don't carry my laptop out. I said the most I've carried my laptop out after NYSC, that's 2022, is because of ERP. It's really sad. It's sad. I've heard stories. Luckily, we are not in that era anymore in Lagos, but I've heard stories, and yes, I've been harassed a bit. But I think having a means of identification is good. Having a public profile right now is good. Social media is seen as a lot of things. I see it as authenticity and verification. For me, most of the jobs I've gotten is just by opening my social media page, I promise you. Seeing that, so amount of people follow this person might be authentic. So probably you have your ID card, let's say, around you. What do? I show them my social media page. This is who I am. I just tell your phone, let you know, view one or two of my posts, you know that I'm not that kind of person, and they let me go. Though it's not every time that works. So have a means of identification. Do they know the company? No. But at least you are wearing a tag. So you can tell them you work for, you don't need to say you work for yourself, no. You work for, just brand your company idea. I think that's the next thing I want to do. Me, I carry my, what I do is I carry my, what they call this card around, my business card. As soon as you say, I just show you my business card. I don't argue much. I carry my business card. So it depends on you, because you people need to understand something. That generation, those people, their mentality about the internet is fraudsterism. We are a new era of people in Nigeria, both knowledge-wise, initiative and everything. So they do not believe those opportunities exist. It's not our fault. So there are two things. It's either you try to convince and illiterate, which is wasting your time, or you just avoid it. How do you avoid it? I work for social company. Just have a tag. It doesn't work, but it can work. You understand? So I feel that's just it. And for guys, I don't know about guys. I cannot say you should not enjoy your money, because if you are flashy, they'll still stop you. They'll think you're a Yahoo person. I don't know. Just have a means of identification, because that's one thing these guys do not have. And I think you should, I would not say dress properly, but be kept, right? There's nothing like dressing properly in this present era, but be kept. Like, don't look like them. We all know them. Like, when they pass you, you know these are Yahoo boys. They have a way they dress. They have a way they address things. They have a lifestyle they live. So I feel you should try to avoid it. It's a normal lifestyle, but since it has been tagged with them and you're not them, don't do it. That's just what I would say, right? So
that's amazing. And let's look at things this way.
Okay.
For instance, creating a platform to educate people, just like you said, you're trying to make a change in the society. Okay, let's take DCA in partnership with MasterCard, for example.
Right.
Creating this academy now where they train people for free.
Right.
Okay, people put in effort to make sure they impact their own society positively.
Right.
But in a situation where you train talent and instead of them utilizing that in our society to make their own change, they decide to Japan. How would you now describe that situation? Because to me, I feel it's something that is really affecting us. You know why?
Right.
There is a bank that a friend of mine went to because he had a banking issue and he was told the people handling that department, all of them Japan.
Yes,
and they were trying to recruit new people.
All right, so I'm going to address three things now. The first one that you said, it's not a bad thing, people Japan. That's how China started, right? It's not a bad thing. Me, in Nigeria and Japan, I love it. I love it because no matter you take run from house, you must come back house. Share a house. You must come back. That house where they run from, they go come back. And when they come back, they go build down. Because all of us, as we did here, so from grassroots, we are building it one way or the other. You have changed somebody's life. I've changed somebody's life. We all have to do it together. They don't see it. They think it's by running. It's good. They should run. When they run, do you know what they learn? They learn a new culture. All the nonsense here is being brainwashed. They understand that there's a certain way things can work, not how it's supposed to be. And by the grace of God, when they come back, most of them bring it back in. They don't need to change 10 people. They just need to change one and go back. And then that one will change another one. So you people don't understand the concept of little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. Africa is the only place where you can make money. I'm an entrepreneur. The way I think, people see it as a problem. It's not a problem. Now, when this country is better, guess which country has the highest amount of good workers? Just guess. Nigeria.
I would say Nigeria because
as soon as it becomes better, everybody
I want to say it's Nigeria first.
My point, as soon as everywhere becomes better, let's say the 21 billion these people say they are talking about today, right? Today is the ECOWAS, blah, blah, blah. Let's say the 21 billion, let's say they use it for infrastructure. Now we have infrastructures. We need investors. And they are paying good money, good salary now in Nigeria. Guess who are going to come back?
The same people
that ran. But now they are not coming back empty, are they?
Better experience.
You understand me. That's what China did. That's what India did. This is a process. You see, it's an evolutionary process. The only reason why it's not long.
To me, I think it is because
we are the one going through it. But if you can do Crystal, just sit down, and if you can do Crystal, just sit down and reminisce from where you know where your brain did, like where Nigeria is then and where it is now. We remove all the whole space from media, right? Look at things that happen. Look at the behavior. For me, Tinubu's period, not nice, right? But Tinubu's period, very nice. It has carried Nigeria to survival mode. And guess what happened at survival mode? People thrive. Everybody's an entrepreneur.
They make new discoveries.
Everybody's a capitalist. Nobody wants to believe in the government, and that's how revolution starts. It doesn't have to be killing. It just has to be new way to think. So for me, I would say, I like this. I like this because it's something I've projected, and this just proves that Nigeria is growing. So I don't used to see the problem in this. People are shouting because people don't know the process. I know the process. Capitalism is going to favor this country, but we have to get there. And I'm not a fan of the whole struggle, but what Tinubu just did was, we already have that pain. He just ripped. Yes, he's supposed to give people like people that will pet you. He just gave you. Like, no, see how the wound dey, may he, if you know one he, but the wound dey, now everybody see there's a problem.
Let's come back a bit. Let's talk about you. So are you just on the YouTube and the TikTok, or you're also available on other platforms?
On other platforms. We are employing people, right? If you're a youth service person and you need where to serve, you can come to us. We're employing people, and we need people that would do this. I think the brand is more than me now, so I'm still going through that process, but we are on every platform. Twitter, anywhere you go to pac.ogvibe, you are going to see me there. But our content level on other platform is not really active. I think I'm more active on the PAC podcast, I'm more active on YouTube, and now TikTok. So, but by June 12th, inshallah, we'll be back. We're working, we're cooking outside.
Wow, it was really an amazing moment to have you here, or have your place instead. Let me say,
thank you so much.
It's really a great honor for me to host the PAC podcast this beautiful afternoon. For me, I do not take it for granted. And of course, you can see what the CEO does for herself. She's an amazing person with a lot to give out, and she's always like eager and ready to give it out anytime you just press her button. That's wonderful. And guys, before we round up, I must say you follow us on all our social media handles at PCA Podcast. But I call it PAC Podcast because I find it fascinating that way. And do not forget, I am Krista, your host. Keep looking forward to best editions of PAC Podcast on YouTube, and see you next time. Make sure you like, follow, comment.
XOXO, Kozia Osman, aka Sweet Girl for Life, aka the New Mama Africa. I'll see you all in the next episode. You people should follow her. Her details are going to be in the description. And tell me if you want me to sit on the hot seat again, because this seat is hot and I'm sweating. Peace out. Don't forget, with you, everything is possible.
See you guys next time.